Hi folks. Right, been on another ride along the River Wandle today with my son and grandson. Because we're locked out, we can't go to each other's houses, ridiculous. So I'm going to use a watercolour, or at least I'm going to use the acrylic as watercolour to start with, sponge. Nothing special about the sponge, it's a manufactured one, I believe. I might be wrong, but anyway, it's a sponge. Now I took a photograph of this morning. You see that? Oops, there we go. Now a nondescript view, you might think. It's not even a hedgerow, it's looking out over thatching grass on the boardwalk in Morden Hall Park. So I'm going to do something like it, but I'm going to abstract it. It won't be anything like that, because I'm not a slavish worker of photographs. But I just like to try to create an impression. So I've got my Masterson Stay Wet palette. There's the lid, it's pretty big. It's sort of, instead of using the sponge that the membranes come with, I've got a couple of bits of toweling here, soaking wet, so it'll keep everything wet in the palette when I've finished for use tomorrow. So there we are. So we've got cadmium yellow, yellow ochre, cadmium red, ultramarine, Payne's grey and viridian. So we want a sky, so I'm going to wet the paper all over. Okay, this is a bit of this is a 16 by 20 Bockingford. I think it's Bockingford, Dale Rowney anyway, from the Spiral Langton. It's £140 weight. So that's still got 3 sheets of this left. I keep it spare, and you use it sparingly because I use it for demonstrating, but I'm afraid doing demonstrations and workshops has gone right out of the window this year. Thank you, China. A bit of wet. So start off as watercolour, get the washes in, and then we can go. We dry it and go sponging over that. Right. Okay. So a bit of blue. I tried some alizarin, but my alizarin has sort of gone mouldy. Oh, there's my cup of tea. Cup of tea. I took so long to prepare for this that the tea's gone cold. So much to my annoyance. So I'll have a nice homemade beer later. So I'm watching. Right, okay. So we'll get a bit of. It's a beautiful day today. So let's have a bit of blue. Well, no, I won't use the blue yet. Got a bit of cloth. Yeah. Just cut a load of cloths. So let's have a bit of red, bit of orange, and just get a nice. This is bigger than I normally work, isn't it? Okay, let's put in a bit of lovely sunny stuff. What was that? A brush on the floor. I'm not careful. I've got about 20 brushes on the table. Little. Did I kick that? Okay, that'll do. Let's get a little bit of a basic greeny colour, bit of a alizarin. There's a bit of red with that. I was hoping to mix that with some alizarin, but because it works beautifully with alizarin, can get a nice dark. So there's a nice bit of ground to sponge with. But what I'm going to do is paint the trees first, get the bare bones of the trees going. I use a sable for that, I think. Yeah, I'll use a sable for that. So let's dry it and put it tight if need be. And this is £140 Daler Rowney from the Spiral Langton, the 12 sheet block, £140 cold pressed. I'll put a bit of texture in here, I think. Just put it tight. Right, okay, a bit of textury stuff. Use this hake. That's the one. This one. Cloth, where's my cloth on my knee? So we'll get some nice greens. A bit darker greens. Always had a bit of Payne's grey. Let's get some nice. Oops. A bit of ochre in there as well. So just a background to some texturing with a sponge. We want some darkish green. Okay, that'll do. That'll dry. We'll go over that with the sponge, and that's just the background. Right, okay, now get me brush. Well, I don't know. I'm going to use one of my script brushes. So I want a sort of a greeny, yellowy green. Plenty of water on that. a bit of light on one side of these boat, of these just thicken these up a bit. It's going to take a while doing all this filigree. My inspiration for this one is looking at one of Terry Harrison's paintings, their demos which I bought from him years ago. He's dead now, sadly. One of the great demonstrators that I saw Edward Weston, so David Bellamy, the Carl Shorten and Wallington Art Group. Now we just get some. Lost my photograph. I'm going to move my table a bit closer to me. Let's get the shadow in. Before it all dries. Oh, God. Well, that'll do for a start. Let's just get some dark in this side here. I think these are oak trees. Lovely brush, not bad for 3 for £4.50. There's a lot of fine stuff in this tree, but I can only simplify. I can't get close enough to this. Get some light in there. Right, okay, let's start the sponging. That'll be clean. I'll use that later maybe. Right, sponge. Cold tea I'm not going to drink. So let's get in just a little bit of greeny stipple. Or dark. Messy job. See what happens, it's coming on. Now we've got some lighter greens coming in now. I'll put some lines and stuff on top of it representing single grasses. Let's get a bit of water. get some darks in there now. Some blues, some panes, some red and some green. Well, if you get your darks on, you can then go over with your lights again when you just give it a bit of a dry. Sorry about the noise. Get that pattern, get rid of that. Okay, well, a clean sponge, we'll do a bit of light stuff. So where you get dry hands doing this. Cloth. Right, now some light greeny colour. I'll get some bit of darker stuff behind that. Right, if I get some autumny colours in there, so this is a bit of red, bit of ochre. About the nearest thing I'm going to get to it with this palette. Take the tree off of the painting. I'll see if I can put some more rigger work in there. I think. I have to keep restarting my tablet here. Get my picture back. Oh, let's have some nice light stuff now. It's sort of slowly coming together. Sorry about bounce. Cover up some of that light now. get some dark back in here. More light coming through the centre here, so let's put some yellow back again. Oh, that's dark. Oh well, never mind. Right, put that back in there. Let's go and do a bit of rigger work. You can only do some of these. Sponge back. Give it a dry, so we can add some more stuff on here. In reality, most of the leaves have fallen off of this tree. A couple of these in here. Oh, I got a bit of white and some of that yellow ochre. And I'll get a bit of darkish green leaves in there, I think. Oh, there's a bit more darks and lights in here. Like that. We've probably got to, we've got like a fir tree with deciduous that's lost most of its leaves. So we'll just put a bit of light back in some of this here. Let's get a bit more light. I suppose I could do that with my brush. Aye, too watery. I think I've got to let that go. What I'll do, I'll find a mount for it. I think I've got one. Move that aside. We'll take something falling down the board. Alright, bear with me. I'll find a mount in my holder. Probably be too big. Alright, fits. Just a bit of tape to stick the bottom bit. It's amazing what you do with a sponge, isn't it? It looks as if I've done a lot of work, but as you can see, I haven't. Let's just see if I can get you further away from the picture. Oh no, you go that way. You go further back with the camera. I just can't get in the zoom on this. I can't go much further. I'll be next door's garden. If I just raise the angle a bit. Right, how's that? That's better. Right, well, I hope you like it, folks. I think the horizon's just about below halfway. There's one or two things I don't like. I saw, this thing here. They're fine filigree, just to justify those leaves. Okay, I think that's about it. It's great fun. I'm going to clean my palette up and put the lid on, and that would be nice and workable tomorrow morning because of the towel I've got in it. Okay, well, I'll get this uploaded for you, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.